So James Vane here. I'm just gonna go kind of commentary on my training today. One of the things that I kind of want to start off with this video is to, before you hit your main sets, to always make sure your body is ready. There's a couple clips of me just kind of stretching, making sure my body feels right before I even hit the set. This is possibly like my fourth set of hitting 135. Just kind of hitting 135, doing a couple stretches here and there, and after hitting 135, just really making sure my body feels right before I even increase the weight. If I feel like anywhere is kind of tight or something's not right, then I go ahead and kind of fix those problems by stretching or foam rolling. So this is me kind of testing 135 again. As you notice, it goes up really nice and smooth, but I do feel like a little tightness in my legs. I stretched my hips a little bit more again before I ended up increasing the weight. I'm not going to show too much of my warm-ups, probably going to bump up to 405, just kind of speed up the warm-ups a little bit, but I usually take pretty long with my warm-ups. Every set, every rep, everything has to be kind of the same, has to feel kind of perfect before I even move up or, switch next set, next weight. This is me hitting my first set of 475, getting kind of amped, getting kind of serious, chalked up, baby powdered. If you notice, one of the things that I really try to do is pull the slack out of the bar as I sit in my position. If you really notice, my arm, my body, and my legs kind of form like a triangle. That way I can kind of prevent myself from getting hurt. So as you notice, like as soon as the bar moves, my hips move and everything kind of shoots together. When you're pushing this much weight around 475 around my weight, I weighed in about 149, I get really tired. So this is me just kind of resting, kind of getting serious for my next couple of sets, but about to get turned up. So that was my third set of 475. I was pretty beat after that, but like I said, you listen to whatever you got to listen to, do what you got to do to get your last set. Don't worry about what other people got to say, because a lot of people was kind of, staring at me when I was foam rolling with my lacrosse ball. You kind of see the lacrosse ball right there. But after a while, they started noticing I put it on a lot of weight. So like I said, you go in the gym to train, to do what you came there to do. Don't try to focus on other people and what other people got to think or say. Just go in there and do what you came there to do. I've been adding some of these conventional deadlifts into my training program to kind of see if it's going to help. I do kind of notice my lower back gets worked out a lot more. So, I'm kind of been adding this right after my sumo deadlifts. Hit 4 sets of 4s. Usually, I've been trying to add more bench days into my workouts. This is just 225, hitting some lighter weights, just making sure my form's really strict. An issue that I've been working on is to not lift my butt. For most people, they'll probably say that my bench technique is bad or I'm gonna break my back or whatever. But I just kind of want to say, I'm a power lifter. I don't really care too much about how my body looks. The focus is to use my entire body into the press. So if you watch, my feet is back, my hip is kind of thrusting back towards my upper back is squeezed, and the weight moves really fast. So here are some of the exercises that I've been doing. This workout ended up being close to about 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I had to superset, and even supersetting these, I had to, it ended up being about 3 hours and 30 minutes. I kind of really want to focus on my upper back and supersetting with my, chest workouts, a couple assistants here and there. And again, some more upper back workouts because I feel like my upper back is one of my weaknesses, so I kind of train my upper back pretty harsh. In between these rear delts, hitting some push-ups, and then working in some traps. These are for me, accessory work, I don't go too crazy heavy on some of these depending on the day. I just hit what sets feels good, what rep range feels good, and I'll go from there. Usually every accessory that I did today, I roughly hit about like five or six sets each. So this workout kind of ended up being pretty long because I kind of lose track of the time when I'm, hitting some of these exercises. And this is a unique exercise. I don't really have my bands anymore, so I tied a knee wrap onto the glute ham machine. As you notice, the angle of the machine is kind of like right above my hip, kind of like cutting my torso in half, and I tied the knee wrap so at the very top there's a lot of resistance, and then kind of finished off with some abs. When I do abs, I really focus on squeezing my abs as hard as I possibly can before I even go into the movement. So the whole time my abs is like super tight, and I make sure that my abs are tight by really thrusting my fingers into my abs to make sure they're really working. And a few sets of these and pretty exhausted, and that's the workout.